It is my pleasure now to introduce Dean Preston. He was the former supervisor of District 5 here in San Francisco, a fighter for tenants and for people living across the city. Democratic socialist, loud and clear. Let's give it up for Dean.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the invite to talk today, and appreciate all of you being out here. You know, this is not the first time in San Francisco that we have had to deal with killer robots. Some of you may remember back in 2022, the San Francisco mayor and board of supervisors and the police department decided it was a brilliant idea to try to ram through the power of the police department here to have killer robots, to give robots the power to inflict deadly force. And they thought that would sneak through. And you know what? It looked like it would. It did sneak through. It passed at the Board of Supervisors. And it passed until it didn't. People got pissed off. And what looked inevitable, what was a given, suddenly wasn't. When a week later, after people rose up in the streets of San Francisco and across the country, the Board of Supervisors reversed its position and banned killer robots in San Francisco. I see in this movement something that I saw in 2022 that changed the tide of the killer robot discussion in San Francisco. We don't want AI-powered killer robots, right?
Right.
We sure as hell don't want mass surveillance by the government. And we certainly don't want mass surveillance by the government when the ruling class of this country is filled with white supremacists, neo-Nazis, and billionaires. Now, your protests are already making a difference. We already heard 295% increase in cancellations of subscriptions for ChatGPT. Give yourselves a hand. It's kind of unbelievable, but it isn't when you think about the fact that these big tech companies are, more than anything else, products of smoke and mirrors. They're smoke and mirrors, right? Billions of dollars they get invested when they're not even generating serious revenue. And part of those smoke and mirrors is having a loyal customer base. And when you dry up that customer base, when you have people canceling their subscriptions, when you have people deleting their apps, when you have people talking to their friends and telling them to quit their job if they work here, it has an impact, and you're already having that impact. So I want to thank you for fighting that fight. And I think we know what is at stake here. I think we understand that democracy is at stake. I think we know that Sam Altman and the leaders of OpenAI represent truly, and I don't use this phrase lightly, the worst of the worst. Millions of dollars from the leadership of this company to MAGA and to Trump. And you know, it's not just that they entered into a contract. It's like it's bad enough that Sam Altman decides to enter into a contract with the government to help them downsize and ruin the lives of federal workers all across the country. Right? That was the first step. Now they have to take the next step, which is actually to enable the very departments that are waging war on the people of this country and people across the globe. And we say, no more. No more. I join Sunrise in saying no more. No more. We will not tolerate this. So, what are you going to do about it? We know they're selling out the people for profit. We know that no amount of money is enough for these sociopathic billionaires. And we're going to start by deleting the app, by quitting GPT, by making them hurt, financially making them hurt in ways these arrogant, fascist billionaires never imagined possible. So keep up the pressure, keep up the fight, and thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to stand with you and to talk with you today. Thanks.
Let's go. Give it up for Dean Preston. Thank you for being here.